Welcome back. It is Thursday, April 20th in the NBA. My three favorite picks are on the way. Let's recap yesterday. Finally, a winning day. We will take it. A 2-1 day. No complaints from me. D'Angelo Russell soars under 16.5 points. He had 5 points and 5 personal fouls. We appreciate you. Gabe Vincent got his 2.5 assists. It was sweaty. He ends with 3. He got that done. Karl Anthony Towns, our only loser of the day. He was in foul trouble, just didn't shoot well from the field. I think 3 for 12. Foul trouble really ruined him there. But either way, a solid 2-1 day. We will certainly take that. No complaints from me. Now, we do have a great offer, and I've talked about this, I believe, on Tuesday, but on our friends at Underdog Fantasy. Look, you can sign up. You still got time to get this free square and a deposit match for Julius Randle on Friday's slate of games. All you got to do is sign up using code COS1, and then boom, you're done. Then make a deposit. You'll get a deposit match on that. If you want to deposit $50, now you get $100. You want to deposit $10, now you get $20 to work with. And you'll also get this free square, which will be live on Friday, I think afternoon. I think they said about 5 p.m. Eastern time. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's Friday afternoon that you get this Julius Randle free square. I have to make a note. You only get the free square if you use code COS1. No other code will get you that except for COS1. So take advantage of that. You will see it pop up Friday afternoon. And we'll obviously talk about Underdog a little bit later on in this video with my favorite. We'll have an Underdog Fantasy parlay coming your guys' way. But it is time to hop into our favorite picks. Let's have back-to-back winning days. And we're going to start with, some people call it a bankroll builder. Normally, I won't call it that. But we'll start with this guy that you might have heard of. He's probably going to be on the thumbnail. It's a guy by the name of Kevin Durant. 25 plus points and 6 plus rebounds. We're doing this as a 2-leg same game parlay. Currently minus 116 on FanDuel. Now it was, I believe, minus 125 on DraftKings. And if you are a person that has to do like 5 or 7 rebounds, personally, probably lean towards just doing 5 and maybe trying to find a different leg, whether that's Devin Booker to score 20, Kawhi Leonard to score 20, something like that to kind of reduce your juice, because I don't really want to bank on Durant to get 7 plus rebounds. Now, when I was originally looking at this play, I was going to take Kevin Durant's over in points. I liked it, but it was 27.5 and 28.5 on some books. Personally, I mean, the line's pretty sharp, and you'll understand why. Because in this series, we've seen Durant actually go under 27.5 points in both games. In fact, he scored 27 points, chipping in 9 rebounds in game 1. And then in game 2, 25 points and 6 rebounds. Now, obviously, if you were to take just his points over, you're 0-2. If you took this same game parlay, well, congrats, you're 2-0. So you can see these lines are sharp. This is why it's tough to bet playoff basketball. But the biggest part that we have to like about Durant, 44 and 45 minutes played. Yeah, I mean, the man's going out there and doing a bunch. If he can't grab us 6 rebounds and 40-plus minutes played, then, well, I'll chalk up the L. But I think he can easily get us 6 rebounds. And then the 2 games this year, this series, 11 and 14 rebound chances. Last game, they didn't really have a ton of rebounds as a team. DeAndre Ayton had 13 of, I think, their 35 total rebounds. But we've seen in 10 games with Phoenix, he's had 6-plus rebounds in 7 of 10. He landed on 5 twice, and he had 4 rebounds in the other game. Now, obviously, this is the postseason. As I talked about, he's playing 44, 45 minutes, and he was obviously not playing that many minutes in the regular season, still working back from injury. But look, I think Durant, given the lineup that the Suns team has been trotting out there with guys like Torrey Craig, guys like Chris Paul, not big rebound guys. Devin Booker sometimes doesn't grab them. Durant's going to be in position. He's nearly 7 feet tall. I think he can easily grab us 6 rebounds. I don't necessarily love his 7.5 rebound line, but I think get a 6 to cash that leg of the same game parlay. And then the rest we're counting on Durant to score 25 plus points. I mean, he's Kevin Durant. You know his name. I mean, that was his like direct quote. It's a game 3. They're tied 1-1. Obviously, he's going to play a lot of minutes, and I'm just going to bank on the man going out there and doing what he's done his whole career. He's one of the best talented scorers the NBA has ever had and ever seen. And sure, he's had some bad games here and there with the Suns in the regular season where he wasn't playing a ton of minutes. But look, he 25-plus points in all 5 games with Phoenix when he's seeing 35 or more minutes. As we've talked about, there's a chance he's well more than 35. They're on the road. I think this is a place where we need Durant to step up. Booker coming off a big game. He just had 38. So maybe we see the Clippers maybe play a little bit different defense, and we see maybe this is a Durant takeover game. But like I said, he's out there with low usage shot attempt guys like CP3. He's not going to shoot a ton. Torrey Craig, DeAndre Ayton, Landry Shamit's really the only guy they're playing meaningful minutes off the bench. Bismack Biyombo, if you want to count him. So, look, I'll take Durant 25-plus points and 6-plus rebounds. If you don't have the ability to do it, I don't mind his points, but like I said, points could be a little bit sketchy, so it could be pretty sharp. I like this 25 and 6. I think it's a good angle. We're right with Mr. Kevin Durant, who's on the thumbnail. Now, for my second play, we're going to go to another one of these games. It's going to be the Nets-Sixers game, and I'm going to take actually a player that I don't know if a lot of people will be on today, but doesn't matter to me. We're on him. It's Cam Johnson, over 16.5 points, minus 115 on DraftKings. Now, I'm not sure if my internet is going in or out. We're obviously don't have the best internet connection here, but hopefully it corrects itself in a second, and you can hear why I like Cam Johnson. Now, Cam Johnson so far this series has been pretty decent, and if you were looking for just a straight public fade, Austin, I want to fade the public, maybe betting something with the Nets money line or something with Nets +5, because look, the Sixers got 80% of the money. They got 80% of the bets. They probably got 95% of the money line. I think the Nets got a chance here. I mean, you're 0-2, you go down 0-3. You're probably not coming back here. So the Nets are going to go out there, play their guys, and they need guys to score the basketball, and they really only got 3 of them, and that's Cam Johnson, Spencer Dinwiddie, Mikal Bridges. Now, the Bridges and the Sixers have done a decent job defending him, making other guys beat him. Dinwiddie looks afraid to shoot, although he's probably going to go over 16.5 points today just to troll us. But look, the Sixers are going to need guys to shoot the ball, and Cam Johnson's been out there doing his thing. Now, in game 1, we saw Cam Johnson of 18 points going over this line. He shot 7 for 11 from the field, played only 27 minutes. You saw in game 2, at 28 points, 11 for 19 from the field, played 41 minutes. So the fact he saw 14 more minutes in game 2, I think that's a positive sign. Now, I don't necessarily think he plays 41 minutes today, but I think he's going to go out there and shoot the ball, which is all we can ask for. All we can ask for is a guy to go out there, play his minutes, and shoot the ball, and we can live with whatever happens as the result if we get those things. And we saw him go over in both games, and while I don't see him scoring 28 today, could easily get a 17, which is all we need. And they got guys out there, very similar to a guy like Kevin Durant. This is the Nets rotation. It's pretty limited. They got guys out there, Dorian Finney-Smith, Claxton, Royce O'Neal, 3 guys playing a lot of minutes, don't really shoot the ball a whole lot. And I'm confident that we see Johnson at least attempt 12 or more shot attempts. Sure, he had 11 in game 1, only 27 minutes. I think he shoots a bunch today. Cam Johnson over this line in 10 of 15 games with the Nets with 12 or more field goal attempts. He's also, if he gets the 15, which he did in game 2, over this in 5 of 5 games with the Nets when he shoots that many times. So at the end of the day, banking on a guy that's going to shoot the ball a lot. I think he can easily get a 17 points. He did really well in game 2. Should be continuing some momentum back at home. Must-win game for the Nets. I think Cam Johnson steps up. I'll take his over 16.5 points. Now, let's keep it moving, and we're going to talk about it, my under of the day. And I have a feeling a lot of people are not going to like this under, but I'm not here for people to like what I'm picking on. I'm here to give out winners, and hopefully we can continue winning today. And we're going to go to this guy, Domantas Sabonis, under 19.5 points, minus 110 on DraftKings. Now, Sabonis enters this game with some drama, and I do want to talk about if this line goes to 18.5, which I don't expect it to. He has landed on 19 5 times this season and twice against the Warriors. So be a little bit skeptical if it goes to 18.5. I still like it there, but these lines are sharp. I don't really love going down on lines. But let's talk about Domantas Sabonis and why I like his under. Now, so far, sure, he enters this game with a little bit of a drama. You had Draymond and him get into a scuff, whatever you want to call that. Draymond got ejected. Then he got suspended for tonight's game. And while I don't necessarily agree with the suspension, it doesn't matter to me. What matters is that Draymond is out. Now, Sabonis enters this game with a sternum contusion. He's questionable. If he doesn't want to play, sure, I'll take the void and get my money back. But I'd be surprised if he doesn't play. But at the end of the day, if he wants to go out there, what I would like Sabonis to do, if he wants to go out there, play 5 minutes and say, you know what, guys, not feeling great. I'll set the rest of the night out. Hey, we'll take it because I would cash the under unless he scores 20 points in 5 minutes. But let's also talk about this game because the Warriors are down 0-2. This is a must-win game. And while I'll never claim that the NBA is rigged, the NBA is an entertainment business, and they're in the market for, obviously, they have incentivized to elongate these series. And while I'm not saying they're like, hey, whoever the refs are tonight, we need you to not call any fouls on the Kings on the Warriors. Let them play however they want. We need the Warriors back in the series. Well, I'm not saying they're going to do that. There's also a Warriors team that's obviously reigning NBA champs. They're missing Draymond, one of their leaders, but this is a team with a lot of heart. They have Stephen Curry. This team's going to go out there, play really tough. This could be a blowout. I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors blew out the Kings. You saw a team like the Heat yesterday. They just got blown out, really, and they just didn't really they cared a whole lot. They were like, all right, we got one on the road. Fine, you can take this one. But this is the Warriors. They've been one of the best home teams in the league. Could come out here and blow out this Kings team. But at the end of the day, I like this matchup here, and you'll understand why. Now, this season, Sabonis against the Warriors, he scored 19, 19, 26, and then this series, 12 and 24 points. Sure, he's gone under that in 4 of 6. This is why I said that 19.5 line is key to get because he's ended on 19 twice. But last game, we saw Sabonis 8 for 12 from the field, but also 8 for 12 from the free throw line. I don't see Sabonis attempting 12 free throw attempts tonight. If he does, well, he's probably going to go over. But I don't see him getting called all those same fouls on the road that he did at home. And like I said, the refs are probably going to keep that whistle in their mouth. They're probably not going to want to call a lot of fouls on the Warriors tonight. I'm not saying it's rigged, but look, if the NBA is an entertainment business, I don't think Sabonis gets all those easy calls that he was getting last game. And look, Sabonis played 81 games this year, including the playoffs. He's under in 44 of 81, so a little over 54%. We'll take that, over than half of that. And we saw Draymond out for this game, as we talked about. While some people might say, they're going to have terrible interior defense, I think it actually might not hurt us as much as some people might think. Now, Kevon Looney's going to start for the Warriors. He'll play center. He's going to guard at Sabonis. And I like that matchup. Like, if it's Looney on Sabonis all night long, I'll take that because Looney, very solid defender. He's been holding his ground against Sabonis, not getting back down, and he's been doing his thing. So I'm confident in Looney. The problem where people might see is what happens when Looney comes out because Looney probably doesn't play as many minutes as Sabonis. And if he does, hey, I think we have a really good shot at cashing this. But when Looney comes out, the Warriors obviously don't have Draymond playing the center position. So I see them going small ball, but I think that might actually help us here because they're not going to, they were comfortable putting Draymond on Sabonis one-on-one and saying, you know what, Draymond, we trust you. You're obviously a longtime vet, NBA champion. We trust you. You're defense player of the year kind of thing. They trust him. I don't think they trust anyone on the Warriors bench that's not Draymond Green to go out there and guard Sabonis one-on-one in a small ball scenario. So I think we might see if Sabonis is in those second units against a small team, we see them all put, they just doubled Sabonis. When he gets in the paint, double him, reach your hand and foul, whatever you want to do. Not foul, but, redouble him and make him pass it out to the shooters. And I think that plays well for us. I think we got a good chance there. Now, you could say Sabonis, they're going to have to box him out if they're in that small ball lineup, but we've also seen Sabonis always capable of foul trouble. If he's hustling for those offensive rebounds, we could see a small guy step in front of him trying to box him out. Sabonis bowls through him. Probably going to call an offensive foul there. So I think there's multiple different ways where Sabonis could go under. I don't see him having a ton of field goal attempts. This could be a blowout, could get into foul trouble. We've seen all these different things with Sabonis. I don't see him scoring 20 points tonight. I think there's a good spot to take us under. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Sabonis under 19.5 points. And so that is what we're going to ride with our 3 plays today. But it is time for an Underdog Fantasy entry. Let's dive into exactly what we are rolling with today. And here it is. It's on the screen. If you are a new user, as I talked about, you want to sign up, use code COS1 with a 1 at the end. You get a 100% deposit match and that free square at the bottom of the screen. You can see Julius Randle to just score 1 point on Friday. Take advantage of that. If Julius Randle somehow doesn't play, which he did get banged up at the end of their game, they'll replace it with something else. So don't worry. You'll still get that free square regardless. And of course, make sure you use code COS1 or the top link in the description. Now, the play's pretty simple. Domantas Sabonis lower than 19.5 points. Cam Johnson higher than 16.5 points. And Kevin Huerter, the one we haven't talked about, lower than 15.5 points. Now, I'm putting $20 on this to win 120. I'll take a stab at it. Underdog's one of the only places where you can do 3 pick entries and get 6x your money. PrizePicks has 5. I think No House Advantage is 5.5. Sleeper's a dynamic payout system, so a little bit different. But we already talked about Sabonis and Johnson. Kevin Durant was at 28.5. I think that's a tad too steep for me for Kevin Durant, but I like Kevin Huerter, switching it up. Red Velvet, I think Red Velvet goes under here. He's really struggled on the road. I think he averaged 17 points per game at home, only like 12 on the road. Obviously, he's been up and he's actually under this line in both games this series. I think this is a Huerter trying to stink it up game. I think he maybe gets benched for some other guys like Malik Monk and the other guys off the bench. So I like all these ones. I think we had a chance at it. $20 to win 120. I'll take a stab at it. I think it's got a chance. So if you want to sign up, make sure you use code COS1 so you get that free square and that deposit match. Take advantage of it. Links are all down at the bottom of the description. But of course, people, if you want a recap of all the plays, I'll put them up at the bottom of the screen. The Kevin Durant, 25 plus points and 6 plus rebounds, 2-leg same game parlay. We got Cam Johnson over 16.5 points and Domantas Sabonis under 19.5 points. I know the videos haven't been as highly edited, but hey, the unhighly edited videos get produced this a winning day. So we will certainly take that. I'll only have one more video tomorrow. Then we'll have a week off from videos for the NBA. Still, the MLB videos are coming out. Love you guys. Have a great Thursday. Have a great day. We'll see you guys back in tomorrow, hopefully with a 3-0 day, bringing out the brooms. I'll see you guys then in the next one. Let's have a great day again. See you guys tomorrow.